The other thing about Donald Trump, obviously, is this sort of notion of when he says we need to figure out what the hell is going on. I think that might be the most honest thing he's saying, because if you take the royal we to mean him, that is a very honest reflection of pretty much everything that comes out of his mouth. So we just talked about Donald Trump and Russia. How close is Donald Trump to Russia? Is this red baiting? Is this legitimate question through his advising firm? I think the answer is somewhere in between. But this is pretty fascinating because Trump is getting a question from George Stephanopoulos about Russia and Ukraine. And we already know a couple, years ago, some things happened in Ukraine. And this is Trump laying down his marker, probably a marker in which he'll build presumably his new deep friendship with Putin when he becomes president, on what Putin will or will not do in Ukraine. Let's listen to Donald Trump speaking with George Stephanopoulos on Sunday.
You soften the GOP platform on Ukraine.
I wasn't involved in that. Honestly, I was not involved. Yeah, I was not involved in that. I'd like to, I'd have to take a look at it, but I was not involved.
Do you know what they did?
They softened it, I heard, but I was not involved.
They took away the part of the platform calling for provision of lethal weapons to Ukraine to defend themselves. Why is that a good idea?
Look, I have my own ideas. He's not going into Ukraine, okay? Just so you understand. He's not going to go into Ukraine. All right, you can mark it down, you can put it down, you can take it anywhere you want.
Well, he's already there, isn't he?
Okay, well, he's there in a certain way, but I'm not there. You have Obama there. And frankly, that whole part of the world is a mess under Obama, with all the strength that you're talking about and all of the power of NATO and all of this. In the meantime, he's going away. He takes Crimea. He's sort of,
But you said you might recognize that.
I'm going to take a look at it. But, the people of Crimea, from what I've heard, would rather be with Russia than where they were. And you have to look at that also. Now, that was just so you understand, that was done under Obama's administration. And as far as Ukraine is concerned, it's a mess. And that's under the Obama's administration with his strong ties to NATO. So with all of these strong ties to NATO, Ukraine is a mess. Crimea has been taken. Don't blame Donald Trump for that.
I don't think so.
To paraphrase Darth Vader, he is as stupid as his hands are small. I think that, what he said about Crimea is actually true. There is a lot of support in Crimea for being in Russia. Although Russia did sort of, quote unquote, go in there, even though Obama was there, Trump wasn't there. Actually, neither of them were physically there. I do like this image, though. It's like Obama's hanging out in Ukraine like, guys, you can't come in. You're not allowed. Will this high school kid who didn't do the homework assignment shtick take him to the White House? Maybe.
Hello, you. I'm Sam Seder. Looking for smart progressive talk that is occasionally amusing? Well, subscribe to our YouTube feed. Subscribe to our podcast. Like us on Facebook. And just generally enjoy us.